pleasant in the context of things. Definitely diminishing that humidity that was forecast, about 33 degrees Celsius. And of course the wind started to pick up as well. So good start here from Staple. England winning the toss, opted to bowl against USA here at King City. Yeah, good stuff here from Staple. Right outside the line of the off stump, beaten. And 2 overs completed. And a maiden. Successive one here for England. Good start for them. Splendid indeed. They won the toss and inserted the Americans to take first strike with Captain Ravi Suri and his deputy Chandrakant Barlangay started proceedings with a bat for their team. They were beaten in their last match against Canada by 5 wickets, only scoring 123. Beaten outside in his bowl. Ravi Suri, tentative push there from him. And Jason Count picking up a wicket with his first ball in the second over. Yes, on the line of the off stump, mistimed it completely. Ravi Suri, the captain of USA, beaten comprehensively, and his off stump was rock bucked. So really horrendous start here for USA team, losing the captain Ravi Suri without scoring and without a run on the board. So success here for England. Decision to bowl seems very justifiable at the moment, picking up a wicket without conceding a run. And Jason Count, yes, encouragement for him. Definitely will be inspired with his performance so far. Right on target. So Shahid Mahmood comes to the crease at number 3 against Canada. Was looking really good with a couple of boundaries. Showed a lot of positivity in his batting. No doubt he will want to come and better that. Got a score of 23. And he's waiting on Count. Yeah. Steady stuff from him. Well defense. On the front foot he goes. Shahid Mahmood coming at this pivotal number 3 position. And without a run on the board, losing his captain Ravi Suri, also without scoring. A huge responsibility for him. England, well, Jason Count making the early impact with the ball. Steady stuff. He's coming forward there. Shahid Mahmood, tight in defense, almost anticipating that delivery, just about off stump. Good length, good line by Jason Count. And again, he's coming forward on the front foot. Shahid Mahmood. Still in over number 3. Still no run on the board here for USA. Rather slow start. In overcast condition. Jason Count with the early breakthrough. Nicely torn off the front foot there from Mahmood. This time he's going on the leg side. And we'll pick up a single. And opening the account for USA. 3 gone, 1 for 1. USA taking first strike at the invitation of England in this 4-nation tournament. Over 60, 45 overs per side. And after the first 2 rounds were played at the Danville Park in Mississauga, Ontario, Canada, they have come down north of Toronto at King City And we still have a double header. Australia, the points leader, they're taking on the home team, Canada, with a win and a defeat, but they are placed at number 3 on the point standing. England at number 2, also with a win and a defeat, but just a better net run rate. Uh, Robert Staple to continue, and it started off brilliantly right outside the line of the off stump, but good technique again shown by Shahid Mahmood, batsman with a lot of inclination to come on the front foot, picking up the line. Well read again. This one definitely had to play. Good testing stuff here from Robert. A short and pull towards mid wicket. Heavy outfield. Some overnight rain. And they will settle for a single. Looking really positive, really compact at the crease. Shahid Mahmood, despite the early blow, losing their captain Ravi Suri without scoring. So England sitting at number 2 on the points table. At the completion of the preliminary round, the two top teams will collide tomorrow at the Danville Park in the finale. The action is set to bowl off at 10 a.m. And also at the same time, we will have the third place game. But here at King City, action just commenced. Good morning to you, wherever you are. Not a great day for cricket. No sunshine, still in muggy condition. 3 gone. And England winning the toss and invited USA to take first strike. They are batting very slowly. 2 for the loss of 1 wicket. Jason Kong to continue here for England. The man with the wicket. 2 for 1 USA. They're competing against the Englishmen in the third and final preliminary round. Over 60, 45 overs per side. And Shahid Mahmood going right across. Made good connection out toward deep mid wicket. Maybe running away towards that fence here. Just pull back and we'll pick up 2 runs. But confident stroke there from Mahmood. On the front foot, good anticipation. The ball was drifting down the leg side. Made a good connection. And picked up 2 runs. Jason Kong to accounted for USA captain Ravi Suri. And again, Mahmood is looking to go on the leg side. This time straight to the man at mid-on. Looking really positive at the crease, confident. Even though there are some men in catching position, very slow, close indeed. Yeah, good comeback, good steady stuff here from Kong. No. Looks like he's bowling to his plan, to his field placement. Silly point, short extra cover. And a slip going down as well. Yeah, outside the line of the off stump. But well played, Shahid Mahmood. Reading it well. Not trying to innovate, not trying to do anything unorthodox. Picking up the line well. And showing good respect as well. 4 for the loss of 1. USA taking first strike against England. They lost the toss, but opportunity to bat. England started off well against Canada, beating them by 9 wickets, but then went down to Australia in their second encounter by 5 wickets. Yeah, well played again there by Mahmood. End of over number 5. England win the toss and invited the USA to take first strike 4 for 1 here at King City in Ontario, Canada. Rupert Staple to continue. And you're going to start over number 6. Still in overcast condition here at the King City venue, north of Toronto in Ontario. But the forecast should have splendid condition probably in an hour or two time. Rupert Staple opening the bowling with Jason Kong, who has been successful removing Captain Ravi Suri without scoring. Bad start, poor start for the USA combination. But they have got Vice Captain Chandrakant Barlangay and Shahid Mahmood. No doubt they will have the responsibility to repair the early damage. It's going quite extravagant there from Barangay, looking to go for the top, but on this occasion, no connection. It was beaten. Now the appeal for a stumping, and umpire Shanti Kumar is outside the line of the off stump. Good steady stuff here from Rupert Staple. This one is slapped through backward point. It will pick up 2 at least. And in fact, he gone into the boundary for 4. This time he made connection. Barlangay outside the line of the off stump. A shorter ball there from Staple. He got some bounce, got some width, and he got 4 for it. Good shot, and that will certainly do a world of good for his confidence. Struggling a bit initially. Chandrakant Barkley, after 13 deliveries, now coming off his mark. It was an excellent shot. A good comeback here from Staple too. Pitched up, almost a quicker delivery, right on target, making him play. Barlangay was equal to the task. He's utilizing the condition here at King City. Excellent bowling from Staple after he was struck for that 4. 6 gone. USA batting against England. 8 for 1. So we have got a double header here in the continuation of the 2023 Cricket Canada Master Council over 60 45 overs tournament. Things got cracking on Monday, continuing Tuesday. Players took a break yesterday, and they have come up today at King City, north of Toronto, for the third and final round. So this is good cricket between England and USA. Well bowled by Jason Kong. And the only bowler to be successful so far, removing captain Ravi Suri without scoring to give his team a very auspicious start. Yeah, better delivery. This time Mahmood is playing kept a bit low, surprisingly, with some preparation moisture in it. And he's going right across. Mahmood, this time no connection. Was outside the line of the off stump. Looks to go across. Looks to be a bit more aggressive. Was also in similar style against Canada at Danville Park in Mississauga. Came out, tried to fire in all cylinders, and during his brief stay, yes, he clubbered 3 fours in succession. Yeah, good steady stuff here from Jason Count. 7 gone, 8 for 1. USA batting force against England in the third and final preliminary round match of the 2023 Cricket Canada Master Council. Over 60, 45 overs tournament. And Australia, they're taking on the home team Canada. Australia, of course, the only unbeaten team. 2 matches, 2 wins, 4 points. England, they and Canada have accumulated 2 points each with 1 win and a defeat, but they edged out Canada with a better net run rate. USA, well, they yet to open their account when it comes to win. 2 defeats against Australia and Canada. So opportunity for redemption. England also were beaten in that second round match against Australia by 5 wickets. Only getting to 157. Australian replied, reach 158 for 5. In the 44th over, had to work hard for runs. Rupert Staple to continue for England. And right outside the line of the off stump. Chandrakant Barlingay coming forward again to Rupert Staple. Looking to go big on this occasion here. Chandrakant Barlingay not finding that big shot looking for. Maybe trying to bring some aggression into his batting in overcast condition here at the King City facility. With some tight defense and then thinking about open up. Because they have been stagnated. 8 runs in 8 overs doesn't resonate well when it comes to the batting aspect for USA. But England, they will be more happy, they will be more satisfied, especially taking a wicket. Good start for them. And no doubt they've got really good inspiration in the bowling department. Thus far, over number 8 in progress, being bowled by Rupert Staple, conceding only 5 runs in his 4 overs so far. Very, very economical, steady, with that accurate line and length on the off stump, just outside the line of the off stump. Rupert Staple. And this was very short. White ball, signal by umpire. Victor Sebastian. The other umpire being Shanti Kumar. Those are the two men in charge. Coming forward to end off the over. 9 for the loss of 1 USA. They are taking first strike at the invitation of England in the third and final preliminary match of this four-nation tournament. Over 60, 45 overs tournament. And tomorrow things are set to conclude at the Danville Park in Mississauga, Ontario, Canada. With the action set to begin at 10 a.m. Have a closing ceremony as well. Presentation for the team, the winning team. Some outstanding individual performance. And you've got Peter O'Reilly from Australia leading the runs aggregate, 142. And you've got England left arm orthodox spinner Phil Deacon with 6 wickets. Short ball and pull high and hard out toward deep middle wicket. Got some elevation but not enough power on the ball to reach the boundary rope. But the running has been good by Shahid Mahmood and vice captain Chandrakant Barlange. And a comfortable 2 runs. So Mahmood, anything short, anything in his slot, anything in his zone, he's going for the big shot. No fear. And what a positive approach by him, the right-hander. Yes, and he's gone big and hard this time. 1, 2, 3, bounces into the boundary for 4. Good connection. Good timing. And importantly, he found the gap to perfection. Continues with that aggressive intent. Shahid Mahmood. 15 for 1 over number 9 in progress here at the King City. So good comeback here from USA after losing the captain Ravi Suri without scoring. Mahmood is bringing a great amount of positivity into the batting. A great amount of intimidation as well. Where the Englishmen, especially chasing Count, got a wicket. Was steady. Was frugal, was very economical, now conceding only 9 runs in his 5th over. Operating from the southern side of the ground here at King City. Lovely breeze, but very much sunless sky. A good comeback here from Count outside the line of the off stump. But again, Mahmood is mixing solid defense with occasional aggression. So this is a wonderful approach from him. Not to worry with the men in front of his bat. Yes, he's going right across, but straight to the man at short mid wicket. Good stop there, good feeling. England really want to come back. A win here will take them to the final, especially if Australia can come out victorious. If Canada wins, they will have to go to the net run rate. Both teams with a victory and defeat. A win for USA here. And a win for Canada. We put 3 teams in contention. A lot of hopes and a lot of favorable outcomes for other teams. Looking at all the scenarios, anything could happen. Misfield there from the keeper, Kevin Bassett, and the error resulting in a 4 here for Canada. 4 byes. And just outside the line of the off stump, kept a bit low, kept a bit wide to Bassett, and beaten him everything, and through to the boundary for 4. 9 gone, 19 for 1. Rupert Staple to continue for England. And just a tickle on the leg side. We'll pick up a easy single here. Well, strong contemplation for the second because the ball running towards the leg side boundary. But slowing up. Yes, got some movement. Swinging away. Barton Clay too convinced about the shot. 21 for 1 over number 10. Be bowled by Rupert Staple. So England captain Richard Merriman continues with his two quickies. Beaten outside the line, the off stump. Vociferous appeal. Arrow says umpire Victor Sebastian thought they might have got some edge there. Outside the line of the off stump. Wide. Flashing. Well, definitely missed it completely. Staple maintaining that line and length outside the line of the off stump. Looks like he's bowling to his plan and it's well executed. Again, outside the line of the off stump. Making Chandrakant Barlangay coming on the front foot. On the previous occasion, he was on the back foot intentionally. Looking to slap it or dab it somewhere in that backward point region. Yes, this is excellent bowling here from Rupert Staple. In his fifth over, only conceding 8 runs. Very, very economical. Very, very impressive. England winning the toss and invited USA to take first strike, and after 10, they are 21 for 1. Jason Kong to continue here for England. Slips a short third man, backward point, extra cover, mid off, mid on. Short mid wicket, square backward, and a man deep mid wicket because Shahid Mahmood is targeting the leg side. He's going officially, he's going flat. Quite attacking in the power play here for Jason Kong. And he has got overcast condition, maybe helping with that ball to get some swing. So quite steady here from Jason Kong. 1 for 9 in his 6th over. USA not too aggressive, despite occasionally by Shahid Mahmood. He has got 10 from 29. But he has been positive, he has been compact. Looks like he wants to carry on here for his team. Shorter ball, some bunks there for Count. He's coming forward. Shahid Mahmood. Still in over number 11. England winning the toss and invited USA to take first strike. Here at King City, north of the famous city of Toronto, about an hour drive. Beaten outside the line of the off stump. This is terrific bowling from Jason Kong. fractionally short on this occasion, making Mahmood come in on his front foot, got some movement, and he was beaten comprehensively. This one a bit short. This time he found the gap. Not enough power in the shot to carry the ball to the boundary, pull back there, but could not prevent the second run. It's a nice flowing shot, good presentation of the bat, and Mahmood picking up 2 more runs. Left and gone, USA 23 for 1. Rupert Staple to continue here for England, 23 for 1, just at the commencement of over number 12. Staple and his opening partner, Jason Kong, continue to be penetrative, economical, and they have been tidy. USA probably start to think about the rehabilitation in a more progressive manner. They have been stagnated, not on this occasion. Pulled away out toward backward square. Good shot there from Vice Captain Chandrakant Barlangay. Was short down the leg side, and he was given the full treatment. Rupert Staple, and maybe just getting the line right on this occasion. So plenty of wind here at the King City facility, North Toronto. Yeah, good comeback on this occasion by Rupert Staple. 27 for 1. The USA team decided, and in fact, invited by England to take first strike. These two batsmen, after the early fall of Ravi Suri, the captain, without scoring, without a run on the board, have started to show more grit and determination at the crease. Importantly for the USA team, no, no doubt they will be looking to get a good, solid partnership. 12 gone, 27 for 1. USA, they were asked to take first strike against England in this four-nation tournament under the auspices of Cricket Canada Master Council. The action got underway on Monday at the Danville Park in Mississauga, Ontario, Canada. Today we have the third and final preliminary round. Double header. Australia, they're taking on Canada. Australia on top of the points table. 2 victories from as many matches. England, a win and a victory. A win and a defeat. Canada, similarly, a win and a defeat. And USA yet to come off their mark. Tomorrow, the two top teams will meet up in the final back at Danville Park. Jason Kong continues for England in his seventh over, 1 for 12. Still with attacking feel, still keeping his strategy against these two right-handers. Yes, outside the line of the off stump. 28 for 1. USC rather slow start. Yeah, right on target again here from Jason Kong. Maintaining that good liner length. Very accurate indeed. He had success with it already. So no doubt he's motivated to keep it that way. Excellent bowling. Yeah, forward comes Barlangay, but he has been very tight there as well. Very determined on the front foot and also valuing his wicket. Oh, and he's gone this time. Outside the line of the off, some flashing blade, a bit short there from Jason Kong. He gave himself a little bit room there. Chandrakant Barlangay, and he's been given out. Well taken there by wicketkeeper Kevin Bissett. Short, wide, and he looking to slap it through the backward point region. Only connection was a thin edge, and up goes the finger of Shanti Kumar, the umpire. And USA in some trouble now. 28 for 2 over number 13 being bowled by Jason Kong. And he's added another wicket to his name. 2 for 12 in the seventh over. He has been brilliant. Steady start. And a decision to bat first against decision to bowl first against USA team seems very, very favorable, justifiable. 28 for 2 over number 13 here at King City, North Toronto. And things are set to conclude tomorrow at Danville Park in Mississauga, Ontario, Canada. First two matches, the first two rounds took place there. Players had a break yesterday. Now they are back for the third and final preliminary round matches. Australia against Canada, also here at King City. And Jason Kong making a steady impression with the ball. 2 for 12 in his seventh over. Still with that outside the line of the off stump to the new batsman, Javed Panjwani. 13 gone, USA 28 for 2. Twenty-eight for 2, 13 overs have been completed. England winning the toss and invited USA to take first strike. And they're struggling a bit now. 28 for 2. That partnership of 28 was looking very promising between Shahid Mahmood and vice captain Chandrakant Barlangay. But Jason Kong accounted for both victims, making the breakthrough. And you're gonna have a change of bowling after 13 overs. It's gonna be Phil Dinkin. Well, he was the man in the first match against Canada responsible for their batting capitulation, picking up 5 wickets. And now different conditions, different surface, and a different opponent. Dinkin to Mahmood. Left arm orthodox spin. The way he bowled it at Danville Park in Mississauga, plenty of flight, plenty of bounces, plenty of turns. Interesting to see how he will continue. Phil Denkin. Yeah, right on target here. Dinkin. Good start for him. Encouragement. It's got inspiration because he's leading the wicket column in this tournament so far. 6. Got only 1 against Australia. Yeah, nice bounce for him. Nice carry. Some turn for him there as well. Shahid Mahmood still there. No doubt he will want to get a new batsman, Javed Panjwani, down there to a new batsman. Struck on a pad. Some chance to run out here. A little bit of mix up there. We'll have to hurry. Shahid Mahmood, some hesitation. Just turn off the front foot there by Mahmood. Took off, hesitated. Javed Panjwani was coming down. Immediately took off for a single. They made it home. So Javed Panjwani comes into strike now. New batsman, new bowler in operation for England. Phil Deakin. And with plenty success. Only bowler to take 5 wickets in the tournament. Of course, we had a couple of 4 wickets, 3 wickets all in and out. So he's bowling to his field, the man at silly point. Panjwani pushing very tentatively. And it bubble out there. Yeah, good steady start. A good steady stuff here from the left arm spinner Phil Deakin. And England winning the toss. Ask USA to take first strike. 29 for 2 here at King City in round number 3, the final one in the preliminary fixture. Tomorrow things are set to finish off at the Danville Park in Mississauga, Ontario, Canada. Still with muggy condition, still with the grey sky, and fortunately still with no major threat of rain. Plenty of breeze, some chill as well, at least keeping the humidity down here at the King City facility north of Toronto. USA taking first strike at the invitation of England, Australia and Canada. The 2 other teams participating are competing on a different pitch here at King City as well. Short, wide, and slap through backward point there by Mahmood. Plenty of room, plenty of width. Made good connection. And it was with the exquisite timing. Through backward point for 4. Good shot. Handsome piece of batting there from Mahmood. Continues to be positive, continues to be confident as well. Well executed through backward point. A good comeback there from Jason Kong. 33 for 2 in over number 15. So water break is looming here at the King City Probably looking to guide this one towards backward point again. Running down to third man. Good comeback. Good cricket by these two here. Mahmood so far occupying the crease for 40 deliveries. He has got 18 with 2 boundaries. He's fighting, he's batting, showing a lot of grit and determination. Good character as well in the bat with the bat. 33 for 2. And picking up that length very well as well. Mahmood showing good technique since his appearance at the crease, making a good representation for USA in this third and final preliminary round match under the auspices of Cricket Canada Master Council. Good running, good communication by these two here, Shahid Mahmood and Javed Panjwani. Nicely tucked away out toward backward point. Good response from Panjwani, making it a comfortable single. Jason Conklin is 8 over, possibly his penultimate one. Well read there from Panjwani. 15 gone, 34 for 2, and we have the drinks break. We'll continue back in probably 2 minutes time. Until then, my name is Ravindra Mandalal, saying goodbye for now.
Music vibe.
Welcome back here at King City, north of Toronto, here in Canada. Muggy condition, where the action still unfolding between England and USA in the third and final round of the 2023 Cricket Canada Master over 50, over 60, 45 over tournament. England winning the toss and opted to bowl 34 for 2 USA, and left arm spinner Phil Deacon in operation is second. Shahid Mahmood is batted well so far, 19 from 45. He's taking up the responsibility here for USA. He was just joined by Javed Panjwani after USA losing their captain Ravi Suri without scoring. And then at 28, they've lost their vice captain Chandrakant Barlange. Beaten outside the line of the off stump. Well bowled there. Excellent from Phil Deacon. Really made a great impact in the first game on the opening round day on Monday against Canada. 5 wickets. Really helped with the demolition job. Canada were all out for 76. Then England, in response, got the victory, losing only 1 wicket. So another opportunity here for Phil Deacon. Straying down the leg side on this occasion. Paying the price at wide. Yeah, better delivery. Outside the line of the off stump. Well played too by Shahid Mahmood. 16 gone. USA batting against England. 35 for 2 here at the King City Ground in North Toronto. Not a beautiful day for cricket. No major threat though of rain this morning. There was early precipitation, left the outfield a bit dampy, and with some preparation moisture in the pitch as well. No doubt the Englishmen will want to really capitalize on the opportunity. Yes, they have sent back 2 wickets, especially the two opening bowlers, Jason Count and Rupert Staple. Count was particularly excellent, picking up 2 wickets. And we're going to have another change in the bowling. It's going to be Kevin Watson, a seamer for England. 35 for 2 USA. Lost the toss, but a chance for them to showcase their talent in the batting department to get a good score. And he started off well. Right on target there from Watson. The bounce there making Javed Panjwani batting. Struck on his glove. Maybe a little bit of pain for him there. Yeah, steady stuff here. Steady start here for Kevin Watson. In operation, the fourth bowler being used by Captain Richard Merriman. Beautifully bowled outside the line of the off stump. He's coming forward tentatively, pushing Javed Panjwani. Was beaten comprehensively. Good start here for Watson. Yeah, right on target again. Still with the attacking feel. Slips. Short third man. Backward point, extra cover. Mid off, mid on, short mid wicket. He's bringing a man to a silly point, I think. Tony Borbeck. Yeah, coming into that field placement. So more attacking field here for Watson. Pitch stop on this occasion. And Panjwani coming forward right off the bat. Yeah, good comeback there from Watson. Encouragement for him in his first over. Maiden, he started off well. Kevin Watson, USA, yeah, they're taking first strike 35 for 2 after 7 overs. And definitely Panjwani making his way towards the pavilion, signaling for some medical attention. Maybe struck his finger with that delivery by Watson. 17 gone, 35 for 2. Phil Deacon to continue here for England. And he's going to bowl the Shahid Mahmood. 19 from 48 deliveries. He has been combative despite losing Ravi Suri cheaply. And he lifted this one up in the air. Rahman is under it, yes. Takes a simple catch. Looking to go on the onside. Shahid Mahmood. Take outside edge. And the ball balloon up. And the man coming to the short mid wicket. Takes a simple catch. And the USA continue to struggle, continue to lose wickets. 3 down now, 35 for 3 in over number 18. But the Englishmen, they are making rapid progress after decided to bowl first here at King City. 35 for 3. Losing Shahid Mahmood, who was looking comfortable at the crease. Got 2 boundaries in his 19. But play with a great amount of determination and positivity. But succumb quite easily. Just going on the leg side. Looking to turn it. Some bounce there for Phil Deakin. Got the edge, went up in the air. And he has become another casualty. Shahid Mahmood. 35 for 3. And USA will have to depend a lot now on Javed Panjwani and his new partner, Dave Ramdan. Played solidly against Canada and against Australia. So he's in fine form. Contributing 26 and 17, but the way he manipulated things in the middle showed a lot of maturity, a lot of confidence in his batting. But the man with the ball, Phil Deakin, yes, and another one here for USA. 35 for 4. Dave Ramdan right back in his crease. Excellent bowling here from Phil Deakin. Tossed up. Making play, missed out completely, not much torn. And up goes the dreadful finger of umpire Victor Sebastian. More success here for Deakin, more success for England, but more trouble for USA. 35 for 4 in over number 18. They were asked to take first strike by the Englishmen, and that decision seems very, very justifiable. 2 wickets in that over. Well, they are tottering now at 35 for 4. USA against England. And a victory here for the men from Europe will definitely catapult them to the final tomorrow at the Danville Park in Mississauga, Ontario. Australia, they are competing with Canada. They are leading the points table, but England sitting at number 2 with a better net run rate over Canada, who also have got 2 points at the completion of the second round. USA without a point. Shafiq Khan comes to the crease. Well, his team in deep trouble at 35 for 4. And no doubt that Phil Deakin 2 for 2 in his third over. So he's got a silly point, 2 slips, short backward point, short mid wicket, all in catching positions. Down the leg side. Straight down the leg side on this occasion, Phil Deakin. But is scampered through for 2 runs. Javed Panjwani and Shafiq Khan for 1. A good battle in the middle by these two. Phil Deakin, the left arm spinner in operation for England. 2 for 3 in his third over. So he's providing the stuff here for his team. Good service from him with the ball again. Had an outstanding bowling performance in the initial game against Canada. 5-wicket haul. Completed his start here at King City. 2 for 4 those far. But USA been asked to take first strike against England. 37 for 4. Forty-one for 4. USA, they are struggling against England in this third and final preliminary round match here at King City, North Toronto. Still with muggy conditions, still with overcast, still with the grey sky. 41 for 4. Kevin Watson is still with the attacking field as well. England winning the toss. A opted to bowl, and that decision seems very, very justifiable at the moment. Shafiq Khan and Javed Panswani looking to repair the early damage. This has been superb bowling by the Englishman. Still an attacking field here for the Seymour. What's an outside line of the off some edge there. Flew past the first slip. Pick up a easy single. 43 for 4 in over number 19. Over 60 men in action. 45 overs per team. 4 nations in competition, in participation, under the auspices of Cricket Canada Master Council. Things are set to conclude tomorrow at the Danville Park. And he's bowled comprehensively. Another wicket goes down here for USA. So more trouble for them. And Panswani coming forward. And certainly probably deceived by the pace and had his off-stump rock back. And now being joined by manager of the English team, Paul Bradley. And certainly your team in a wonderful position. 43 for 5 they have in USA. Good morning to you, Bradley.
Good morning. Good morning to everybody from King City. There are 5 grounds here, and these are very English conditions. It's Kevin, who's bowling, will be used to this weather. This is Yorkshire weather. This is a little bit nippy this morning, and a really good start by England. On probably a little bit of a difficult wicket to bat on.
Yeah, definitely Paul Bradley, the manager of England team. Certainly he's delighted with their performance so far. Outstanding effort, 45 for 3. And they're having the USA team tottering in this third and final preliminary round. But certainly, what was behind the decision to bowl first?
I think in the first 2 days of the competition, the side batting second have won in all games.
Well,
so I think Richard's view was that you can control the game by bowling first, and you know what you're going for.
Yeah, so far beaten Canada in the first game, bowling first, demolished them for 76. Then against Australia, you guys were asked to take first strike, and Australia won by batting second.
No,
So
we
that was the
won the
trend.
toss against Australia and decided to bat. What turned out to be a very difficult wicket, and the Australians bowled very well at the beginning. We put together a reasonable score. Graham Shaw and Rob Austin batted extremely well to give us a competitive total. But the Australians were perhaps always in control. They knew what they needed to do on the wicket. And I think that's probably influenced Richard's decision when he won the toss today. And certainly looking at the score, he's got it right.
Yes. And how you guys would have seen it that you're coming up against USA, given the fact that they were beaten on both occasions? Yes, you come in with a psychological advantage because you won one game and you suffer a defeat. But the fact that USA were beaten on both occasions is something you guys would have taken into consideration at the toss?
We take many things into consideration. More importantly, it's the wicket, and we were moved from one square to another. Where this one they thought was a little bit better. We thought there'd be a little bit in it for us for the bowlers, which has been proved right. We don't underestimate the American team at all. They've got some talented players, both with the bat and the ball. And we've got to be on top of our game to ensure that we win this and go through to the final tomorrow.
Yes, and I'm sure Paul Bradley, the manager of England team, are you confident getting to the final? Yes, you're dominating proceedings at this juncture of the game, winning the toss, invited USA to take first strike. They are wobbling at 45 for 5.
Cricket's a funny game. There's a long way to go yet. Let's see how it develops.
Yes, he's looking for a big one there. Shafiq Khan, 45 for 5 over number 20 in progress. And they are batting at the invitation of England. a win and a defeat after 2 rounds. Australia, they are leading 2 victories from as many matches, and Canada, the other participating team, a win and a defeat as well. Australia, yes, they are favorite to beat Canada, but as you rightly said, Paul, that cricket is a game of glorious uncertainties. You have to wait until everything is over. England and Australia, at this point, many would see in a final. How you guys are planning to approach Australia if you do get there tomorrow at Danville Park? They beat you guys by 5 wickets. Yes, it's a different game. It's going to be a championship encounter. But from your point of view, you would have seen all the matches. You would have seen the encounter against Australia.
There'll be no different planning. We've played against the Australians. We know the team. We know what we're capable of. We perhaps were not fully at the races in that particular game for maybe a variety of reasons, and we'll be well organised and prepared. But we have to win this game first. And cricket,
Take
as
it
I
from
said,
there.
cricket's a funny game, and you've got to develop. I mean, there's some, for the people watching, there are some great facilities in Canada. A couple of us were lucky enough yesterday to go and visit the Toronto Cricket and Skating Club, which is clearly a fantastic facility as well.
Yeah, no doubt. And you guys are enjoying your tours? Matches
Oh,
start on
we're having a
Monday, Tuesday.
fantastic time. It's the hospitality is first class, and wherever you go, it's you're looked after really well, and the people are very, very friendly.
Paul Bradley, manager of England team. Well, his team is doing a fantastic job, having USA on the back foot at 45 for 5 in over number 21. Update Naveed, the new batsman for USA. So a lot of job to be done if they can get up to a decent total or a competitive one, which might be somewhere in the vicinity of 180. Seems very difficult for them, though. They will need to really come to the fore in this second part of the game, this innings especially, but they are under tremendous pressure. And how you rate the two facilities so far, Danville and King City?
But both facilities are very similar. There's some great in terms of the playing facilities. The pitches are okay. There's a little bit of variable bounce. I think one of the things Canada need to look at a little bit is in terms of changing room facilities, toilets, and other bits and pieces.
Accommodation part.
Yeah. I mean, the nice thing is you've got wide open spaces. You've got plenty of land and plenty of people helping out. And I think it's just it's a slow development. And as I said yesterday, the visit to the Toronto Cricket and Skating Club, which has been it's coming up to its 200th anniversary, I think it is, on 2027. They've got first class facilities, so there's plenty of scope, and it's nice to see so much cricket being played.
It's a wonderful facility right in the heart of Toronto. So down the leg side there, Strainong, Kevin Watson, and they will pick up 4 leg by. 5 wides, in fact, 55 for 5. So USA will take it anyhow because they are tottering here at 55 for 5 in over number 21 against England, who won the toss and without hesitation opted to bowl. Australia and Canada, they are competing here as well at King City. And still with me here, Paul Bradley, the manager of England team. Next year will be the over 60 World Cup to be held in Chennai, India. England, I guess, will use this tour as part of the preparation. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, we've we've just finished the Grey Ashes series against Australia, which we won. The Australians were over for the month of July, and they had a tough schedule. They played 15 games. We've got this tournament in Canada. Then we've got a tournament against Wales and Scotland in September,
Oh,
which is going to be played at Bangor and Colwyn Bay in Wales. And it's our last look at all of the players in terms of selecting the squad for the World Cup in Chennai.
yeah, definitely. That's going to be a huge tournament. The World Cup and is dropped. Shafiq Khan coming forward tentatively, went up in the air. The man from deep mid wicket, short mid wicket, going forward. Diving effort, nevertheless. And a chance went a begging. Pitched up there from Deakin, coming forward, looking to tuck it in that mid wicket region. And luckily went in and out. That would have been more disaster for USA. Yes, their batting force against England. This third round match of the Cricket Canada Master Council 4 Nation 45 overs tournament, over 60 men in action. And looking back at these 45 overs tournament, in this tournament, we have seen teams scoring 157 and the opposition to some extent struggle to get there. What do you think should be, or what do you think is a good total that you feel more confident and comfortable in the vicinity of 240?
No, I think on these wickets and today's wicket, I think 150, 160 is a very good score. The outfield is fairly slow with the type of grass, so we've not seen a great deal of boundaries being hit in any of the games.
Phil Deakin still in operation here for England. Very loud appeal goes up there. Not out, say, umpire Victor Sebastian, 55 for 5, still in over number 22. And Deakin was splendid in the first match, picking up a 5 wickets, so that would have definitely boosted his confidence tremendously.
Yeah, I think he bowled well in the against Australia as well. He's difficult for them to pick up balls. Very good line and length, and that's 7 wickets he's picked up so far. In the tournament, he also picked up 4 wickets in the warm-up game against Canada over 55s. So he's had a pretty good tour so far.
Great. But I know with his left arm spin, are you guys depend on him heavily? Yes, he can make an impression. He did make an impression. Not plenty option with the left arm
No,
spinner.
we have a lot of different bowling options. We've got the three seamers here, but in the grey ashes there were several other different bowlers. We've got an excellent leg spin bowler. We've got some off spin bowlers, and we have several other left arm bowlers as well.
Great. So plenty of options in the.
Now there's plenty of options, and it's we're still just finishing off the 60s championship in the UK, and not everybody was available to come on this tour.
So the USA, they continue to battling out there. 55 for 5. Over number 23, being bowled by Kevin Watson. 1 for 17 in his 4th over. Quite economical. Also with a wicket, as Paul Bradley, the manager, said, that good condition for him. He's accustomed with these kind of conditions, and in the UK he would have enjoyed it thoroughly to bowl it, getting a lot of movements. And again, fully said that.
Yeah, without a doubt. This is for those listening from England. the weather conditions here are like the start of the season in April, and you'll probably see that the majority of guys have got sleeveless jumpers on.
Quite chilly here. Slow ball outside the line of the off stump. And he's out, run out. Some more trouble here for USA. There's 6 wicket going down. A tucked away to backward point, immediately took off for the single. Yes, and Navi maybe just short of his crease there and pay the price. And another wicket goes on here for the USA team. 55 for 6. Abdi Navik, yes, has been run out. So this is the kind of thing you would like to see, Bradley, from your team. The bowling has been exceptional, terrific, and the fielding too has backed up superbly. So it looks like you guys, your plan is well executed.
I think the standard of the field in 60s cricket has got better and better, and there are not very many people that are carried in the field, and you could see that from the run out. And the other thing, I think I'd just like to take the opportunity while we're chatting to say a big well done to Canada Cricket Masters in terms of organising this tournament. It's the first time that they've run a 60s tournament. It's a lot of this started with an initial conversation with David Mohammed, and then with Akshay, where they were looking at when's the best time to get England across. And I think they've done really well to get England and Australia and the US here for a tournament, and it's the start of things, and we all continue to grow and learn from running tournaments.
Yeah, definitely. 55 for 6, USA. They are taking first strike at the invitation of England in third, and the final preliminary round. Over 60, 45 over tournament. 4 nations competing here in Canada. And the tournament is being organized by Cricket Canada Master Council. And as Paul Bradley said, the first time the organization has been commendable so far. Things are set to conclude tomorrow with the grand finale. So Phil Deakin will continue. 2 for 5, and we just had the commencement of his 6th over. So he's been terrific. He's inspired. He's got encouragement, picking up a 5-wicket haul against Canada in the opening encounter at Danville Park in Mississauga. Different conditions, and another wicket here for. So Phil Deakin is making a big impact here. Paul Bradley, and USA losing their 7th wicket at 55 runs on the board. So they're really in deep trouble. They are collapsing here at King City. Right across, he looking to go, missed out completely, and he paid the price. Punish. Another one goes down, 55 for 7. But this is excellent bowling from England.
Well, Phil's keeping it extremely tight. You know, the guy was trying to hit across the line. There's a little bit of drift coming in. You know, what fantastic figures, 3 for 5.
Yeah, Phil Deakin probably looking to surpass the better one of 5 wickets against.
He must be after another 5.
Yeah, exactly. But good that to know your bowlers can have that sort of aspiration to better their performance. Some bowlers sometimes they think that, oh, I've got 5 wickets already, I've done enough. But this is kind of excellent bowling from Phil Deakin, and use this kind of tournament to go to a big event like the World Cup coming up in February next year. So you will want to capitalize on every opportunity. Sure, leading the bowling chart, and in the batting department we have got Australian Peter O'Reilly. Well, he's having a dream time in Canada. In that preceding three-match series against the home team, it was a bilateral series. Peter O'Reilly batted only two times. He rested for the third game, and he scored 80 and 84. He continued, scored back-to-back half centuries as well.
No, he batted well against England. He's certainly having a great tournament. He's acclimatised to the wickets. I think Phil will tell you he likes the wickets as well. These are ideal for him to bowl on. Phil plays for Lancashire over 60s. Also plays still some games for Lancashire over 50s, and he plays for Littleborough in the Lancashire League.
So plenty of experience, plenty of exposure for Peter O'Reilly, the Australian opening batsman. Before this run, already accumulated 142 runs in his two innings. New batsman for USA here against England, Kirit Parma.
I'm not sure how Peter's doing in the game today on the other field.
He's been joined by Dashrat Sankai. So Phil Deakin continues to be very, very impressive here. Economical, tidy, 3 for 6 in his sixth over. Australia up against Canada. Also here at King City, north of Toronto. So Dashrat, he's in good form. Scoring 37 in the first match, contributed 23 in the second match. But the manner in which he bat, Paul Bradley taking up the responsibility, showing good defiance at the crease. And this is the kind of batting Canada, USA definitely need if they can get a good total.
Yeah, they really should be looking to bat the 45 overs.
I think that's the primary focus now for them. 56 for 7 does not resonate well when it comes to the batting aspect. They are struggling, especially a competitive opposition like England, already with a victory. They are yet to come off their mark. Understandably, they may low in confidence. Might have been interesting if they had won the toss. They might have given England a bat. How you guys would have gathered that or tried to, what would have been the plan to bat first in this wicket?
We would have made sure that we use the 45 overs,
45 overs.
and build.
And if we had really good stuff here, you really have a change of bowling as well. No, Kevin Watson to continue. So this pace and spin combination is doing the trick for England.
It is today. It's going very well. We've got a mixture. We have the three seam bowlers. We've got Phil Deakin and Graham Shaw, and then we'll have Richard Merriman with his brand of leggies, and Mel Hussain if required.
Beaten outside the line of the off stump. Good start here for Kevin Watson in his fifth over. And he's got a really attacking feel. Yes, the Americans, they are in deep trouble at 56 for 7. But a lot will depend on Dashrat Sankai. Based on his fine form, he's a genuine all-rounder. Batted well, bowl well. But today, they need him to come to the fore. They need him to come big. England, no doubt, on the other side, will want to continue with their domination. Yeah, nicely stopped out to backward point. We get an easy single for sure. thinking about the second, they will have to hurry, and in fact, got it quite comfortably. So nice stroke there from Dashrat Sankai. Well, he's in good form, no doubt he has got good confidence. So it's just a matter of application for him and his team. 59 for 7. And still in overcast condition here at King City. And this is Canada main international venue because we have seen matches in decades. They would have held their global T20 tournament here at the inaugural tournament in 2018. 2019 they switched to Brampton, right in the vicinity of Danville Park.
Hmm.
They were Things were kept off field, understandably so because of the global pandemic, and they resumed this year with a global T20. Still with a makeshift facility, but a stadium very much coming up. Well, as you rightly said earlier, Bradley, that accommodation, more structure, maybe in 2 years' time when you come back to King City, we might see a big pavilion. And that is
Yeah,
something could help to inspire
you've
Canada
got
cricket.
you've got all of the basics, and you've got the potential to be able to develop. It was nice to see at the meet and greet that there was a member of parliament in attendance. The mayor of Mississauga came to the first game, so there's lots of support in terms of developing things, and I think it's working closely with the local authorities, with Cricket Canada, maybe even with the Toronto Cricket Club as well, so that there are some great facilities around, and it's twofold. You need to work on the infrastructure in terms of the pavilion and other facilities, and then secondly, it's slowly but surely the same as in many grounds in England. You work on the square on the pitch, and continue to develop, and it gets better and better.
Yes, that's a. You made a good point there. We want to see the continued involvement of the dignitaries and the parliamentarians. They could be able to push the cricket a bit faster.
Yeah, and I think slowly, you need a program wherever possible to introduce cricket to the schools. And a great way of doing that is that you, Cricket Masters or Cricket Canada, can have a coaching certificate for teachers, and you train the teachers how to introduce cricket in the schools, and that means you don't always have to send people. You will have the school teachers trained to a certain level, and supply the equipment for them to do it.
Yeah, excellent point there. Paul Bradley, manager of England team. Well, his team is doing a fantastic job with the ball after they won the toss and invited USA to take first strike. 65 for 7 over number 25 completed here at King City in the third and final round of this Cricket Canada Master Council over 60 45 overs, 4 nation tournament. And the other match between Canada and Australia, currently taking place here at King City as well. But USA, they are tottering here at 65 for 7. They're in a precarious position of collapsing. They need more defiance, especially from Dashrat Shankai and Kirit Parma. A lot will depend on them to rehabilitate. But the Englishmen, yes, they are in a commanding position with the ball. And no doubt they'll want to continue with that sort of dominance. Already sent back 7 wickets right into the tail. And if it does wag, we might not see a 3-figure mark. Paul? Any comment on that? If you're not getting a three-figure mark, I think England will be very, very happy.
We'd be very happy with a score underneath 100. I think we're bowling very well, very tight, and should be able to wrap it up for less than that. But as I say, cricket's it's a funny game. Anything can actually happen. If I was in the Canadian camp, I would be actually saying, right, we have to bat out the 45 overs, and we accumulate as many runs as possible.
Six or seven for 6 USA, and I'm sure because you're standing on the points table at number 2 of that net run rate, and his bowl, some more success here for Phil Deakin. 4 now in his 7th over, and he continues to make a big impression with the ball. Yes, this is outstanding from Phil Deakin. And another wicket goes down there for USA. A big one in the context of things, because Dashrath Sankai is very, very talented with the bat. Prove his all-round capability. But today, no big impression. And he's among the early casualty here at King City.
It's
so
a
USA 6 or 7 for 8, and England continue to dominate Paul Bradley.
Yeah, it's a great team performance out there today. Phil's looking a little bit unplayable, the ball on the right spot. Now we've got Graham Shaw on, who'll be bowling his spin as well. It'll be challenging for the batsman. Really, really strong team, all-round team performance. Credit to everybody involved.
Yeah, Peter Jones comes to the crease, the wicketkeeper for USA, and he's making his way in the face of a total collapse here for USA. 6 or 7 for 8. This has been very, very disappointing. But England, they are more elated with their performance undoubtedly. They have taken the initiative, winning the toss, opted to bowl, justification for that decision. And they're having USA reeling here at King City. 6 or 7 for 8 in over number 26. A change in the bowling. We're going to have Graham Shaw, the off spinner, in operation. So more option here for England, and I'm sure that Captain Richard Merriment will want to utilize them as quickly as possible, because things are wrapping up here.
Yeah, it's interesting that Peter, who's just gone into bat for the USA, is actually from Cheshire. He was the first guy from the US team that we met on Saturday morning, and he's originally from Cheshire, so he's another Englishman.
So he's coming up against his boys. 6 or 7 for 8, Graham Shaw in his first over. He's got a silly point, gully, and a slip, all in catching position. Short ball going right across there. Kirit Parma. So I didn't think the approach here by the USA batsmen is to score runs or to occupy the crease. Very interesting, because
it's definitely not to occupy the crease. I don't think that they're just going to play the shots and have a go. I think I don't think they've got any plan, just from watching, to bat the 45 overs out.
You see you in only number 27, and I think it will look more respectable to bat out the full complement of the 45 overs. regardless if you get probably somewhere in the neighborhood of 110, 120, than all out, than being demolished. So Peter Jones, the Englishman himself, he comes into strike. And well, he's having a pathetic time in Canada. 2 ducks. Hopefully he can come off his mark now. First match, a golden duck against Australia. And the second match against Canada, a 7-ball duck. So no doubt he's under immense pressure to come off the mark. Peter Jones, born in England. And he's greeted with a wide. 68 for 8 USA. Deep trouble against England here at King City. And because of the overcast condition and with the chilly breeze, maybe their fans thinking, oh, conditions are not conducive for batting. Any comment on that, Paul Bradley? That they are reeling at 69 for 8 after 27 overs, and the conditions not too favorable for cricket, as I said. Yes, the Englishmen enjoying it because they are very much familiar with these kind of conditions.
These are typical English conditions, but the wicket has played true. I think we've bowled very well, and the USA might be a little bit unhappy with the way they've actually batted.
Yes, it's been disappointing so far, especially against this man in operation, Phil Deakin. 4 for 8 in his 8th over, possibly his penultimate one. Don't think Captain Richard Merman will take a break from Deakin. So this is terrific bowling from him. Excellent stuff. And a win here will confirm England into the final. If Australia can beat Canada. If Canada win against Australia, we come back to the net run rate if England win. But the advantageous thing for England, they whipped Canada in their first match, which elevated their net run rate quite significantly. So we might end up with the scenarios, the if and if.
Yeah,
England win, Australia win. Well, we have Australia-England tomorrow in the grand finale.
A lot of cricket to be played here at King City today in both games before we get to the final results.
He's going across, right across the stump there. Kirit Parma. And again, they're just indicating that they're looking for runs instead of occupying the crease at this juncture of the game. They're in a horrendous position at 69 for 8 in only 28 over. But no doubt England looking to wrap up things. They're right into the tail. 28 gone, 69 for 8 here at King City in this four-nation over 60 45 over tournament. 2 matches being played simultaneously, and there's a third and final preliminary round. The 2 top teams will advance to the final tomorrow back at Danville Park in Mississauga, Ontario, Canada. Yesterday the players had a good break for Bradley. Had some tours around Toronto.
Yeah, we went into Toronto. Everybody did some different things, but one group had lunch in the CN Tower in the revolving restaurant.
Great.
The other group had dinner a little bit later on in the evening. Some people went to look at the ice rink. Some people had a look at the in the Blue Jays stadium. Some people went round the shopping centre, got the ferry across to the island.
Great,
There's a whole variety of things. Everybody had a great day, and in reality, as on many cricket tours, there's not enough time to do all of the sightseeing and the cricket games as well. But it was a full day, and everybody enjoyed it.
Yes,
And an
great.
early start again today. The traffic first thing in the morning can be quite busy.
Great. You guys had a great time yesterday. All those visits.
Yeah, and I think there's 14 of us going to the Blue Jays game on Saturday.
Then I know the tournament will conclude on Friday. You guys heading back to England Sunday?
Sunday, yes.
So you have a 9-hour flight to London from Toronto Pearson, or any in transit?
A variety. I personally are travelling from Toronto to Munich and then Munich back to Malta. We've got flights, a mixture to Gatwick and Manchester.
Oh, so long traveling commute there for the manager, Paul Bradley.
Flights are overnight for everybody, so it's everybody will have a sleep.
A loud appeal there from Graham Shaw, very vociferous. With Shanti Kumar, one of the two umpires. Oh, other idea for him. Not out, 70 for 8. And the USA continue to struggle here at King City. Peter Jones carried Parma. Jones finally off his mark of the tournament.
Yes, he's got one, and Phil Deacon here has 6 balls to see if he can pick up his second 5 for in the tournament.
Yeah, that would be splendid if he does get there. His 9th and final over. And he is bowling to a batsman who is badly out of form.
And a stifled appeal from Kev Bissett behind the stumps.
Or attacking field here. 2 slips and a silly point. Yes, he's going uppishly. Yes, and he gets it. 5-wicket haul here for
5-wicket. Well bowled, Phil Deacon.
Absolutely brilliant from Phil Deacon. 5 for 8 in his 9th over. And Peter Jones' miserable run continues in Canada. 1 from 3 matches. Coming on the front foot. Decided to go the aerial route. And only succeeding in finding the man at short extra cover. And another blow here for USA. They're struggling here. Their wheels are falling off at King City. 70 for 9 in over number 30. But take a bow, Phil Deacon. Another 5-wicket haul in 3 matches. What outstanding, phenomenal performance by the left arm spinner Phil Deacon. 5 for 8 in 8.2 overs. Bradley, this is certainly commendable.
It certainly is, but he's got 4 balls to pick his 6th wicket up now.
Luckily, he might have glad if it's only 5 wickets falling, but 9, so he can only take 1 here in reality. Possibly, well, 5, yeah, he can finish off with 6. And at the same time, he can finish off the innings. 70 for 9, USA. They are in deep, deep trouble. They are in a really atrocious position. 70 for 9 over number 30 in progress. And Phil Deacon, the man with the magic figure. 5 for 8 in 8.2 overs. And with just 1 wicket standing. And he has got 4 legitimate deliveries to go. And I think Captain Richard Merriment should give him all the men around the bat. I can remember the Ashes series at Lords with 10 men around the bat.
I think
This
he's
can
got,
be
he's got
similar.
a fairly attacking field.
Apply here. Let's see Phil Deacon. He's coming forward to the new batsman. And it's Bharat Patel. You will need to survive 3 deliveries against this man with great intimidation, with great success as well. Oh, and he's done it. Phil Deacon, 6 for 8 in 8.4 overs. And what an outstanding bowling performance. And USA all out for 70. Devastation in the batting, but certainly admiration in the bowling for England. They won the toss, invited USA to take first strike, and 70 all out. Thanks mainly to the man Phil Deakin. But a word before you go, Bradley, to Deakin.
Just a fantastic overall team performance. Phil's bowled exceptionally well, but it's been a whole team contribution, and congratulations to everybody. Big well done, and thank you for your time.
Thank you very much, Paul Brady, the manager of England team. Well, they must be satisfied with the bowling performance so far. Winning the toss, opted to bowl, and certainly justifiable at this juncture of the game. USA, well, they made a mess of things. All out for 70 in the 29.4 overs. The man with a destructive spell, Phil Deakin, 8 overs and conceded 8.4 overs, conceded 8 runs, but picked up 6 wickets. Monumental bowling figure for him. We'll take a break and come back for the reply. USA 70 all out against England. Until then, my name is Ravindra Mandalor. Say goodbye for now.
Menu for the scoreboard. So if I press summary, this should update. No, it should switch to a different put in the wrong address. Hold on. I know what I did wrong. Right. So like, it's more important now because like the first innings is done. So you can show batting, whatever. Like you can look through them one by one, but then always go back to scoreboard afterwards. Or if you ever want to show here, let me show you. So if I let me just take the go back to front first. So you want to see the match summary or something like that? He can kind of hit through the controls and go to it.
Okay.
So
Yeah, summary subtitle reflector.
so that so summary will come up.
Oh yeah.
Or if you want to see the worm or over by over,
Yeah.
or
Okay,
the
no
batting team, just let him know. He'll try to pull it up.
Okay, no problem.
So if you hit batting 1, it'll show you the first team, their kind of batting lineup,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. No
And
problem.
then, but now it's going to be batting 2 because the second team's going to bat, right? But if you
Great, no problem.
show, I think bowling might be opposite. So if I hit bowling 2, yeah, bowling 2 is
Yeah,
empty because
bowling two, yeah,
they haven't bowled yet. So yeah, it'll
Yeah,
be
that's everything. They could always go back 1 or 2 times, so we'll just talk about it.
yeah, like even if you hit the wrong one, you can hit the other one afterwards, right? So and then just go back to scoreboard after. But for now, let's just play the ad again one more time.
Music Vibe.
Hello, hello, and a warm welcome back here to King City. Good afternoon to you. Well, USA up against England, and USA were dash out for 70 in the 30th over against England. Starting their reply, they need 71 for victory and might confirm their spot in tomorrow's final. That's shot Chankai with the ball, and he's bowling to Captain Richard Merriman. He's got Nick Gaywood, and Richard Merriman, the two batsmen for England. They're looking for 7-1 for victory. That's what Sankai, the left arm spinner in operation. It is slips in the gully, backward point, cover point, mid off, mid on, short mid wicket, short backward square. In this third and final round of the 2023 inaugural Cricket Canada Master Council over 60 45 overs tournament here at King City. Conditions still muggy, still overcast, still hazy. King City, Canada.
Michael, help out do a few overs with you. Mike's one of our batsmen. I'm not sure what it will be. Five.
Mike Daniels?
Thank you very much, Mike.
Thank you. Down the leg side here from Shanghai. Dashat Shanghai did a splendid job with the ball in that match against Canada. 3 wickets for 23 runs, but his team with that insufficient 123. Today again, the batting is quite atrocious. 70 all out in 29.4 overs. But thanks mainly to the left arm spinner for England, Phil Deakin, picking up 6 wickets. Outstanding bowling effort. And I'm now joined by one of his teammates, Mike Daniels. Good afternoon and
Good
welcome
afternoon.
to Toronto again. Good condition. And certainly USA will be disappointed with the batting performance, but
I think they probably will. I don't think they've really got any reason to be, because I thought Phil Deakin bowled absolutely magnificently, as you say. I've faced him in county cricket in the UK, and he is a very, very good bowler. He's a clever bowler. He varies his pace. He keeps a good length and line, and if there's a little bit of assistance in the pitch, as there was today,
yeah,
he can turn the ball, and he showed that today.
yeah, excellent ball there from that shot. Coming back to the left-handed Gaywood. Get it to nip back a little, some movement. Brand new ball, a brand new cherry.
Yeah, it was a
some
very good
bumps as
length.
well. A little bit awkward. A good start, a good encouragement for Dashrat. But England, they bowl exceptionally well. Dismissing USA for 70 in 29.4 overs. But the man responsible for the destruction, left arm orthodox spinner Phil Deakin, 6 for 7 from 8.4 overs. His second 5 wicket all in this tournament. What outstanding effort from him.
He's been far and away our best bowler. The conditions have suited him, but that brings its own pressure, because you're then expected, as a spinner especially, to be able to take wickets, and he's done that consistently. He's by far and away our best performer with the ball, and we hope that he continues with that tomorrow.
Yeah, especially with a big event coming up next year, the World Cup in India.
Oh, absolutely. He will be a mainstay of that side. We have a lot of good spinners in the UK, but Phil is right up there with the best of them.
Well, how you guys plan to use this tournament as part of your preparation for that event?
I think mostly by getting into the habit of winning in different conditions, and possibly utilising different bowlers. We have a different bowling lineup here in this tournament compared to the Grey Ashes, which just completed in the English summer.
Over number 2 in progress. USA all out for 70 against England. 71 for victory from the allotment of 45 overs. In round number 3 of this Cricket Canada Master Council over 60 45 over tournament, the two other teams participating, Canada and Australia, right here at King City. Australia batting against Canada. They are 179 for 2 in the 35th over. Thanks mainly again to the mostly informed batsman. He's been in prolific form. Peter O'Reilly scores
player.
78. But good condition, you're saying?
Good conditions for the bowlers on this wicket, yes. Good conditions for Phil. If we'd had, for example, in the summer, England were going into games and bowling with 4 spinners and 1 seamer. On this tour, we've brought some more seamers and fewer spinners. So it's an interesting contrast to see how seamers can do the job compared to the spinners in these what are spin-friendly conditions, and certainly conditions which can make batting very difficult at times.
Yeah, definitely. With overcast condition, you had Robert Staple bowling with Jason Count. Great encouragement for them.
Yes, Jason bowled well, but I better say that because he's standing next to me and he's much bigger than me and he'd hit me if I didn't say it.
It started off with the Seymours, and then Kevin Watson also bowled splendid well.
Yes, he's new to the side, and he plays for Yorkshire, and he's added a lot of energy to the side. He's a very good fielder, fit lad, and he's bowled well on tour. He's got a good action. He can move the ball a bit. He's got a little bit of nip, and certainly in these conditions, because he's not a very tall man, he can skid the ball on a bit, which he's got a couple of wickets by getting through the batsmen before they've had a chance to really play at it.
Yeah, good shot there from Richard Merriman. Short ball there from Javed Panzwani, and through to backward square for 4. So England started off nicely in reply to USA moderate 70 in the 29.4 overs. USA were all out for 70. England winning the toss, decided to bowl, and the left arm spinner Phil Deakin with 6 for 7 in 8.4 overs, his second 5-wicket haul in this tournament. But a target you guys should surpass very easily. Confident?
I'm not a betting man, but if I was, I'd put some money on us scoring the runs. If we don't score these runs, we'd be very disappointed, and there'll be a few people who would be being hung from the hotel balcony.
Yeah, and with this kind of domination today, you guys will confirm a spot in the final. If
yes,
Australia,
which is the job to do today. After the disappointing loss against Australia, then our job today was to win this game.
What do you think went wrong against Australia? I mean, it's just a competitive team, but
we didn't bat well enough.
Didn't bat well
but
enough.
To be fair, the Australians bowled well. They bowled accurately, they moved the ball, and they bowled to their fields. And unfortunately, although we had the tail wagged and got some runs, it wasn't enough. And the only way we were going to win the game bowling second was if we bowled the Australians out, but that we couldn't do. They batted very well. As you mentioned, Peter O'Reilly, in prolific form, played another really good innings.
Yeah,
and what's very noticeable about his play is how late he plays the ball. He waits for the ball, times it. So even on surfaces which are less than perfect, he puts himself in with a very good chance of being able to adjust. And if it is a bad ball, he puts it away.
Yeah, exactly. But Peter O'Reilly having an outstanding time in Canada in that bilateral series, the preceding series against Canada. 3 matches, he played the first 2. He scored 80 and 84. Took a break in the third encounter, and he continued with his prolific run in this tournament.
Mm. Again, he batted well in the summer against England.
So
But he's a good player, full stop, and good players know how to get runs in all conditions. It's the sign of a good player.
and he said during an interview prior to the commencement of this tournament that he likes to bat the 45 overs. Once he gets the opportunity to bat first, he's going to anchor and bat 45 overs. And I think that's the right mindset as an opening batsman. You want to occupy the crease as long as possible. So a good approach.
It is a good approach as long as you've got the ability to manipulate the ball, score your runs, get your ones, rotate the strike, etc. It's not much good if you just sit on the splice, but Peter doesn't do that. He's got the ability to score round most of the 360 arc, and he runs very well between the wickets. So he's a dangerous man. You want to get him out early because, as you say, he's quite happy to anchor the innings. And the Australians have got plenty of other batsmen who like to put the bat to the ball, and they can bat around him. And the key
is coming forward there. Gaywood. He's leading the runs aggregate for England, 56 after 2 matches. And O'Reilly, he's way above 142 runs before this today's fixture.
Yes, it's. I say we only had the chance to chase 77 on Monday against Canada. So and Nick scored 48, not out very quickly, and looked what he is, which is a class player who's got the ability to hit the ball a long way without seemingly a huge amount of effort.
Excellent
he's a class act, and he proved that in the summer against the Australians. And we hope very much that he'll do the same tomorrow.
Exactly. Big encounter tomorrow, the final at the Danville Park in Mississauga, Ontario, Canada. Today, the final run completing here at King City, north of Toronto. And coming down to the wires tomorrow at Danville Park. England winning the toss, opted to bowl, and that decision was justifiable. Bowling out USA for 70 in the 29th over, and Phil Deakin, a memorable bowling performance, 7 wickets. The USA will have to do something very, very extraordinary here.
Absolutely, yes. There needs to be.
Oh,
someone's got to have a big day out with the ball.
Yeah, definitely. I'm still here with Mike Daniels, one of the English players. How you rate the pitches in Canada? We've been to because you played on 3 different surfaces at Niagara, Danville Park, and today at King City.
They've been difficult to bat on. There's been no you can't avoid that aspect. The Niagara pitch was very dry, and some balls went along the ground. 1 or 2 others got up, but it was the same for both sides. We got 140, which we thought was a very good score in the context, and the Canada team scored over 100, so that's fair enough. The wickets at Danville have been better than the
more
wickets
responsive.
No, better to bat on. Sorry, I'm sorry. So, but still with a little bit in there for the bowlers and a little bit of variable bounce. I don't know. Obviously, enough over in Canada, you've had tremendous problems with drought. It would seem, obviously, with the terrible fires that you've got over in Canada. So I don't know whether these might be atypical pitches in the fact that they've been affected by perhaps drought around here in Canada. Although the outfields look lush and green, so I don't know what might be whether that's the case or not. Perhaps you could enlighten me on that. But they haven't been impossible to bat on, but they have been challenging, and you can score runs on them, but you've got to work for those runs, pick the ball, be vigilant, just like Richard was there. That ball didn't get up much, but he's watched the ball all the way onto the bat and adjusted
Well, the
and
pitch
take
is
advantage and run well between the wickets. That's key.
great challenges for the USA and Canadian batsmen, especially against Phil Dinkin.
Oh, I know. He's a terror. He's a terror to face, and we played his side. I play for Warwickshire. We played his side, Lancashire, in the national knockout quarter-finals, and he bowled very well against us, and was instrumental in their snuffing out our challenge.
England making steady reply to that 70 by USA. 12 for the loss of no wicket. Over number 4 completed, and the match resumed after 10 minutes of that innings by USA, and they will have a lunch break at 1 o'clock local time in another 29 minutes or so. 12:30 in Canada. 12.
Okay.
It's 4:30 in London, in England.
Yeah, 5 hours difference. Yes.
5 hour difference. I'm sure that you could go on with the
They're
conditions
all
there.
all in bed.
All in
sleeping
bed
away.
already?
Oh, they are. I'm sure they're all in bed in England.
Yes. Not really a contest so far in this encounter between England and USA in the final preliminary round. 4 teams in participation, hosted by Cricket Canada Master Council. Over 60, 45 overs. And a lot depend on this man to do the trick with the ball. Dashrath Shankai, based on his previous performances. But
Yes, I
Nick
saw him bowl.
Gaywood and Captain Richard Merriman, they are progressing nicely here in pursuit of 71 for victory from the
yeah.
allocation
I
of 45
saw-
overs.
It was interesting watching the game Australia against USA, and this chap bowled quite well. We thought he caused the batsman some problems.
Big
And I think
problem.
He bowled.
Got some
Jensen.
movement, got some swings.
Yeah.
And I
And,
think
he's
it's-
that left arm as well, which
Yeah, exactly.
is useful.
His line and length was very much accurate.
Mm.
A lot was depended on him, and no doubt captain of USA Ravi Suri will continue to rely, but he will have to come up in a spectacular fashion based on the form of the English batsmen. Yes,
And the
really
fact that
something
the
dramatic.
fact that it's not a big total to chase. That's right. So, if England wanted to, they could just see the better bowlers off. Neither of these batsmen are, particularly inclined that way. They both like to hit the ball. Nick, especially off the front foot, and Richard, as a smaller chap, he's very destructive on the short ball. He's already had one pull for 4, but you give him the chance to pull and hook, then he likes to take it.
13 for the loss of no wicket. England replying to USA 70. And Nick Gaywood opening batting with his captain Richard Merriman. Who is next? If he gets the opportunity to bat, because I know these two will like to finish off
I
things.
believe it's Mel Hussain who's number 3 today, but I'm not 100% certain.
Mel Hussein coming in next.
Mel Hussain or Tony Burbeck will be next.
Be back. Don't think he will reach to the tail.
I don't think we'll reach to number 5.
Number 5, they will want to finish off things, especially with Nick Gaywood. He's in good form. Yes, and intentionally pull over mid wicket. One bounce into the boundary, but another confident shot from him. And England making steady progress in reply to USA. Modest 70 in this 45 overs affair here at King City. Know you guys had a good break yesterday, and
We
you
did,
visited
yes.
a lot
Very
of
nice
sites.
day out in Toronto. We all got to have a meal in the CN Tower.
CN Tower.
Some of us went to a lunch sitting and others went to an evening sitting. So it was interesting seeing the pictures from the different times of day that were taken. But the meals were excellent, and it was very interesting having
It's
that's a
nice
good
batting
one.
here
Good
from
one.
Gaywood.
hit the boundary and then get a single.
Yes,
Always.
this
a
is
good way.
excellent batting. Nothing to rush, nothing to hurry.
Nope.
Facing a very moderate total. And a win here will guarantee you guys in the final. So
That's
you
right.
just
That's
want
right.
to use this match as part of your preparation. Practice, try to be out there as long as possible.
Yes, we'll have a score to settle tomorrow after losing to
Yep.
them on Tuesday. It will be a battle royale.
Exactly. That shot continues. Yes, get one to a little bit sun bounce there.
Yes, it did. That's the nature of the wickets, especially with a new ball. You might have just got it to pitch on the seam, and that sometimes makes it bounce a little more.
And based on the two matches, I think he's creating more trouble to the right-hander,
Yes, he
making
will.
him coming
He
forward,
will with
making
his
him.
if he can swing. I mean, he's bowling around the wicket now, so he'll
Yes, excellent
predominantly
bowling.
not probably look to bowl at the stumps and not give the batsman any width on the offside.
That shot's Shanghai. 18 for the loss of no wicket over number 5. And the lunch interval is looming here at King City between the USA and England. Short enough, wide. Morman looking to give himself room, but finding the man at backward point. 5 gone. And England, they're looking for 71 from 45. 18 for the loss of no wicket here at King City. And still in the commentary box with me, Mike Daniels. And you're playing as a primary batsman.
Yes, primarily, yes.
Oh.
That's right, yes.
Any contribution so far?
I batted in the practice game at Niagara. That's the only time I've been able to get to the wicket so far this
And you
tour.
got
I scored 18.
18.
Which was
Not
our-
out
our
or
top
out?
score, yes.
Oh, it's
Which indicates just how difficult the wicket was. The top score was actually wides with 23 in that innings. But
at least making an impression with the bat and feel
Well-
more comfortable to come.
there you go. It's sort of that's the way. That's international cricket. I learned that from my sister. It's 30 years ago that my sister played for England in the World Cup final.
30 years?
30 years ago, my sister played for England in the World Cup final against New Zealand.
Wow.
So 30 years later, I've joined her in the international rank.
Exactly. Quite.
I've sent her a picture of my cap. Oh dear, that's horrible.
Ball one got into his head. Coming forward, Nick Gaywood punching it out toward extra cover. The man was coming forward. A sudden bounce.
It's bounced off the
Struck on
artificial
his head.
wicket.
Needs some medical attention there now. Luckily, didn't powerfully struck the one.
No, but it's still a
The
shock
same-
when it hits you. And if it hits a vulnerable part of the front of the face, the nose or above the eyes, then you can easily create a cut. It
18
can
for the
be
loss
very
of no
nasty.
wicket. England replying strongly to USA. 70 all out in 29.4 overs. Day number 3 in this inaugural Cricket Canada Master Council over 60-45 over tournament here at King City. 2 matches, 2 rounds at Danville Park in Mississauga, Ontario, Canada. We will get back there tomorrow for the final day. We'll be having the grand finale. The 2 top teams will making the final at the completion of the preliminary round today. And we're looking forward for an exciting day of cricket tomorrow, regardless Canada up against England or England up against Australia.
Absolutely. I think you'll find it's going to be however it turns out to be. I think it's often you'd think it's going to be England, Australia, and then USA, Canada. I think both games have the potential to be very close. And I think there's some very tough cricket which will be played tomorrow. Nobody likes to lose. Nobody wants to be in a
lose.
situation that they feel they haven't played at their best. So everybody who has an opportunity to contribute tomorrow will try 100%. It's the last chance in the tour. It's the day you've all been working towards, and we'll look to try and crown it with a revenge victory against Australia if that's who we play tomorrow.
Well, there promised to be a keen contest, Australia, England.
It is, but it's also a keen contest in the bar afterwards. The Australian side, they're a wonderful bunch of guys, and they're fantastic company.
Great. England 19 for the loss of no wicket. And they're targeting 71 from 45 overs. Plenty of time, plenty of overs, plenty of wickets in hand. Richard Merriman, the captain of England team, he's got Nick Gaywood with him. And they started off nicely here. USA, well, they will have to do something dramatic if they're going to make inroads into the English batting. It's an enormous task for them. The pitch seems very, very conducive for bowling based on the spin pace operation of England.
I would be interested to. I saw the lad who just fielded the ball now. He seemed to bowl off spin very well, we thought, in the game against Australia. So he'll certainly be a bowler to respect on this wicket. I don't know what other spinners the USA might have to try to break through this partnership and break through the English batting.
Straight down the leg side. Javed Panjwani, man in operation in over number 7, conceded 8 runs in his 4th over. Javed Panjwani. USA yet to get a breakthrough, but England, they are positive in their reply. This left and right combination, Merriman and Gaywood respectively. 6 gone, 21 for the loss of no wicket here at King City. Still with overcast conditions, still with grey sky. And these two batsmen in the crease, as you said, typically in England, these are the conditions and they're playing well.
There's often it's difficult with the pink ball. It doesn't seem to swing as much as the red ball does in England. The only side that we've seen swing the ball consistently was Australia on Tuesday. They did get the ball to go, although that was a warmer day, and again a little bit overcast in the morning. So they had conditions which perhaps were more conducive to swing, but it can be difficult talking to our seamers to get that pink ball to swing in the air. But these two batsmen are contrasting batsmen in styles and stature, and that can be very off-putting for the bowlers. And when they've batted very well together in the Grey Ashes and put on a number of good opening partnerships. And it's very difficult when you've got a tall guy and a short guy, as the Australian national side found out against England in the Ashes with Crawley and Duckett. Very contrasting styles and very contrasting statures. That can play havoc with your line and length as a bowler.
Even Mitchell Stark couldn't find his line and length.
Who, sorry?
Mitchell Stark. Bouncing.
Mitchell Stark, yeah, he's always been a little bit erratic, I felt. He's tightened up his action a lot over the years and become a much more consistent bowler. But he does look to move the ball, and he bowled some tremendous deliveries and spells in the Ashes series. And it was a riveting series to watch. I was fortunate enough to be retired now, so I could actually spend a bit of time watching the tests, and it was exciting cricket to watch because it was nip and
A
tuck.
very long time I haven't seen an English opening bowler with a left arm, left armer.
Mm.
Yes, they continue with Stuart Broad and James Anderson,
Yes.
Chris Wokes, and these guys. Last time, or maybe after him, Ryan Sidebottom.
Yes.
He was a good left arm swing bowler. He used to get the ball a lot swinging away.
He did, yes. Predominantly away, yes. He did develop the in-swinger, and that's what really got him into the England setup when he was at his best. But it took him a long time to develop the in-swinger. His action predicated that he was going to move the ball away from the right-hander more than in. Recently, we've had Reece Topley has periodically threatened to be a good bowler.
Oh, he's coming right
England.
across there, Richard. I'll come back to your point just now. Richard Merriman. And finally, USA picking up a wicket, getting a breakthrough, and the captain of England, Richard Merriman, bowled by Dashrath Shanghai. Right on target, plenty of movement. Yes, and his middle stump rock back. So England losing their first wicket. They're looking for 71 for victory. And Richard Merriman, the captain, walking back to the pavilion. But USA might be encouraged by this dismissal.
I'm sorry, I'm going to have to go to start my preparation for batting.
Yeah, so Mike Daniel will take a break from the commentary box because he will be potting up next here for England. 22 for 1 in the over number 7. And England replying to USA moderate 70 all out in 29.4 overs. So that's shot Shanghai. '21, 22 for 1. And a new batsman for England, Tony Burbick, comes in at number 3. 2 steps in a gully. Cover point, short mid off. Short mid wicket, backward square. A lot will depend on Dashrath Shanghai to do the trick here for USA. A very moderate total. It started off well there, outside the line of the off stump. And Burbick is immediately off the mark. Ravi Suri, the captain of USA, continues to rely on Dashrath. If he can do something extraordinary for his team in defense of that modest total of 71 set from the allotment of 45 overs. We're all out for 70 in 29.4 overs. An Englishman dominating with the ball, especially Phil Dinkin, 6 for 7 in 8.4 overs. England in reply after 7 overs, 23 for 1. Javed Panjwani to continue for USA. 23 for 1 England. They are responding to USA. 71 from 45 overs. Yeah, good bunks, good curry there for Panjwani. Outside the line of the off stump. A good judgment there from Burbick. New batsman at the crease, replacing his captain Richard Merriman. Departed for just 6. Yeah, wide enough to be called by umpire Shanti Kumar. 1 more to the total, 24 for 1 here at King City. And still with a grey sky, still in overcast conditions. It's going hard there outside the line of the off stump. A bit wide there from Panzwani. Plenty of room there for Burbeck. And punch it out toward extra cover. Picking up 2 runs in the process. And they're picking up the momentum again here in the batting department. England, a win and a defeat so far in the tournament. Good comeback there from Javed Panswani. Congratulations to Phil Deakin, his second 5-wicket haul in the tournament. 5 against Canada in that initial fixture. And today, another historical bowling performance by the left-arm orthodox spinner Phil Deakin. 6 for 7 in 8.4 overs. Excellent ball there from Panchwani. Outside the line of the off stump, some bongs, some movement. This one a bit fuller. Borbeck just working off the front foot toward short mid wicket. Australia batting against Canada at one stage, 159 for 2 in 35 overs. 2 other participating teams. Steady stuff here from Panjwani. And the end of over number 8, 27 for 1 here at King City, USA, in confrontation with England. England winning the toss, opted to bowl, and they dismiss USA for 70 in the 30th over. The left arm spinner Phil Dinkin with a phenomenal spell. 6 for 7 from 8.4 overs. Did the destruction. And wickets. Yeah, yo. 27 for 1. Dashat Shanghai to continue for USA. It's coming forward. Good start from him. And he's the man accounted for the English wicket. The captain of Richard Merriment for 6. Comprehensively bowled. It's a lower delivery. I didn't think Merriment was anticipating it, but nevertheless, a wicket. Better delivery from Ashrat outside the line of the off stump, making Tony Barbeck coming across, looking to guide it in that backward point region. Missed out completely. That is certainly more encouragement for the left arm seamer. In his 5th over, only conceded 13 runs. Is a form indication that he's putting up a fight despite a low target in the context of things. 70 all out USA, 123 in their previous game, all out against Canada. A better showing against Australia in the first match, 152. Outside the off stump. Nicely punch out toward extra cover there by Gaywood. Open the face of the bat, made full connection. But without heavy outfield, Not enough power to reach the boundary, but added 2 more runs to his total. So he's going along nicely in pursuit of 70 for victory. So they need 41 runs from 36.2 overs. Abundance of overs to go. A good comeback there from that shot. Previous one with the same length but a bit wider. It's got 2 slips and a gully. Quite strategical from here. And he's maintaining a good line and length outside the line of the off stump. He's going down the leg side on this occasion, a wide one. And they will get 3 in fact here. Running 2 and with a wide in fact 4. So 5 runs. Yes, plenty more runs there conceded by that shot on this occasion. And England will welcome that with open arms. In over number 9 here at the King City venue in Ontario, Canada. About an hour drive from the famous city of Toronto, northbound. And coming to Canada cricketing facility, an international one. Then we'll head back to Danville Park tomorrow in Mississauga, also in Ontario, for the final day. We'll have the finale. And of course the third place playoff game as well. 4 teams, Canada, USA, Australia and England. Down the leg side and another wide there from Dashat Shanghai in over number 5. So just strain down the leg side on both occasions for 2 consecutive wides. And again, he's going down the leg side, and again another wide. And again, more runs here for England. Yes, Victor Sebastian, the man performing the duty, one of the 2 umpires. And the English team just started to gallop here in pursuit of 71 for victory. It's looked like it's going to be an early day at the office here between these 2 teams. Yes, once in USA, they were all out for 70. Things definitely will come to a conclusion very early. 9 gone, 40 for 1 USA replying to 40 for 1 England. They are in response to USA 70. $40 for the loss of 1. 9 overs have been completed, and England, they're well on their way. 31 runs from 36 overs, and the lunch interval is around the corner, so probably they might have 1 more over to go. Splendid bowling performance from left arm orthodox spinner Phil Deakin. 67 from 8.4 overs in representation for England. They won the toss, opted to bowl. His decision was fully justifiable. In USA, all out for 70. Javed Panjwani to continue for USA in his fifth over. Yet to pick up a wicket, but conceded 40 runs. Right on target. And he's on right on the front foot there. Nick Gaywood, solid defense. 11 from 22 balls. Had a good start to the tournament. 48 not out against Canada. A stop. Driven out toward extra cover. Good knockdown there from Shahid Mahmood. Diving to his right. Good feeling exhibition by the USA team, but maybe dejected with their batting performance. All out for 70. He's coming forward, Gaywood. Shorter ball, got some bounce in it. Maybe he thought early commitment to the shot causing some problem. The ball deflected out toward short backward square. So 30 runs from 35.2 overs England. They need to get to victory. And they're showing good positive response. Thus far, USA only picking up a wicket. The wicket of captain Richard Merriman. Only contributed 6. Short ball outside the line of the off stump. And this one crack through extra backward point for 4. Good shot there from Tony Burbeck. Was short from Javed Panjwani. Importantly, found the gap to perfection. Hit it powerfully and it raced across for 4. Confident shot there from him as well. Yeah, better delivery. Making the batsman coming forward. 10 gone, 45 for 1. And the players will head out for lunch. USA all out for 70. And England replying at 45 for 1. They're looking for 71 from 45 overs with 26 runs to go. And the umpires taking off the bails and head for lunch. We'll take a break for about 20 minutes. We come back for the reply. Well, the umpires and the players in conversation whether we'll take lunch or not. Because just 26 runs to get, they may probably want to continue the game. We'll have to wait and see. The two captains will have to mutually agree. Yes, so they will continue. No lunch break. 26 runs to go from 35 overs here at King City in the third and final preliminary round match. England and USA. So USA all out for 70. England in response 45 for 1. And they're making steady progress. Nick Gaywood, he has got 12. Tony Burbeck Bharat Patel, left arm orthodox spinner. New bowler in operation here for USA. 25 from 34.4 overs. So England well entrenched of getting a victory here. Another one. And this will definitely propel them to the final. Short one there from Patel. Still in overcast condition, no sunshine as yet. Some early morning precipitation, but some damp on the outfield, left it quite heavy. 46 for 1. So we come in to the close of this match. More flight, and this one driven toward mid-wicket. Protection in that area. Only a single to Borbeck. No rush, no hurry here by the English batsmen, understandably so. They want to get to the championship encounter tomorrow, which is set for the Danville Park in Mississauga, Ontario, Canada. Today we are at King City. Two matches being played simultaneously. More flight, but more wide here from the USA bowlers. Bharat Patel bringing variety into this lineup. Not that accurate at the moment. And he's bowling to a well-set batsman. Nicely driven, elegantly played out toward extra cover. Sensible batting, confident batting as well from Nick Gaywood. Left-hander, 11 gone, 49 for 1. And the target is 71 from 45 overs. 22 runs required from a massive 34 overs to come. So USA, they have been really pathetic this year. Haven't won a match. Today been dismissed for 70. But England will be more elated, more satisfied, more comfortable, and more confident and optimistic of lifting the trophy. With these two convincing wins against Canada first, then they suffer defeat against Australia. Now they have bounced back quite emphatically. And we'll have another change for the USA team. Jana Kirama Mani is going to bring the off-spin option here for captain Ravi Suri. Bit more defensive feel because he's got a long off, long on, deep mid-wicket. Backward point, cover point, extra cover. And he started off with a wide. 49 for 1. In fact, the 50 is up there now for England. So 21 runs away from victory. Their second one, it would be if they get there. This seems to be a walk in the park here for them. Still with hazy conditions here at the King City facility, northbound Toronto. So Jana Kiram Mani will be looking to do something special for his team here. At least making a fight. Loud appeal there. Going right across the Nick Gaywood. Well, drifting down the leg side. And yes, it was going down the leg side. Out comes Gayward again. Good start to him. Money, despite conceding a wide, is very forced delivery. Started to show more penetration. Yeah, this one is making it, creating a full toss there on this occasion. Nick Gaywood, well, he's in good touch, good form. Got some runs under his belt as well. Now, with more confidence, started to open up. And with no pressure. 20 runs required in the 33.2 overs. It is skipped the lunch interval because the game closing off very soon. Slap throw toward backward point, straight to the man there, Bharat. Doing some football work, yeah, that would have struck hard. Robbing it frequently. The short ball there for Manny. Give himself some room there. Barbic straight to the man at backward point. Good knockdown. "12 overs have been completed, and England, they're looking for 71, 51 for 1. 20 runs required here at the King City facility in the Ontario. He's going for expansive drive there. Borbeck take outside edge and with a run away towards that deep third man region. It gathering 2 more runs. So he's bringing it home here for England. 17 runs required from 32.2 overs. And USA, no doubt, big disappointment for them. Haven't grabbed a victory. A good comeback there from Bharat. From Patel, outside the line of the off stump. Was off pushing Borbeck. A little bit tentative. Down the leg side on this occasion. A little bit defensive feel as well. After a brilliant bowling performance by Phil Deakin, led England in the bowling. 6 for 7 runs from 8.4 unforgettable overs. Helped to clean up USA for 70. And England in reply, after 13 overs, they're making steady progress. 57 for 1. Nick Gaywood, he has got 17 from 33 balls. And Tony Barbeck, 20 deliveries, 11 runs. But they are positive in reply to this really paltry total of 70 set by USA. No big contribution in the batting department from any individual. Only Shahid Mahmood with 19. Batting at number 3. Struck 2 fours. But apart from that, there's not more to shout about. England, Phil Deakin, 6 for 7 from 8.4 overs. And Seymour Jason Kong, 2 for 17 from 8. So England losing Nick Gaywood and Patel. Right across there, Gaywood. And money strikes for USA, 57 for 2. And England losing their second wicket, Nick Gaywood. And something to celebrate here for the USA team. But they are facing a massive defeat with 14 runs required by the English combination. They're looking to seal it off. Definitely they would have felt disappointed with the batting display. USA, they were given the opportunity to bat first on a pitch that was quite challenging with some unpredictable bounces. And they meekly folded for 70 in the 29th over. England in reply, not stuntering too much. They've lost 2 wickets. Now with 14 runs to surpass that target. Mel Hussein, the new batsman, comes to the crease. Jamakiram continues. Mani. Yes, he's coming forward. Good delivery to start with. Against the new batsman. He has been positive. Mani with the ball since his introduction. And Hussein is off the mark. Nicely tucked away out toward short middle wicket. Get an easy single. 13 from 31.3 overs. Coming on the track there on this occasion, Tony Barbeck. This is a well ball again there for Mani. Making the batsman coming down the track. Maybe can create some challenge for him. This one a bit flatter, a bit shorter. Plenty of room there for Barbeck. And again in identical fashion. Square this time, finding the man at backward point. End of over number 14. England, they're looking for 71 from 45. They are 58 for 2. Bart Patel to continue here for USA. King City still with the overcast condition. In third and final preliminary match in this Cricket Canada Master Council over 60 45 over tournament. Just outside the line of the off stump there from Patel. Hussein on his back foot, looking to punch it through that extra cover region, finding Mahmood in the way. And again, finding Mahmood, but an uncertain bounce over his head. The man from long off, dancing around to his left. England, they're getting closer and closer to victory. They've lost 2 wickets. Come back there from Patel. 59 for 2 in over number 15. Well, Australia 232 for 6 against Canada. Right here at King City facility. More flight here from Patel. This is good bowling. Excellent bowling from Patel. Making the batsman play, coming out the crease. To Hussein. And Burbeck, 2 men at the crease. Yeah, outside the line of the off stump. Australia, the most informed batsman. He has been in prolific form. Peter O'Reilly with 78 leading the way. Peter Jensen contributed 77, and Australia ended at 252 for 6 from the allotment of 45 overs against host nation Canada. Right here at King City in the other match. But England, total domination so far. Winning the toss, invited USA to take first strike, all out for 70 in the 29th over. And then they are in reply. 59 for 2, 15 gone, 12 from 30. Jamakiram, money to continue. So Captain Ravi Suri continues to persist with his spinners, the off spinner. And no rush here from the English batsmen. They're just going about their business in a quiet manner. Targeting 71 from the allotment of 45 overs. Making steady progress, 59 for 2. Toward the leg side. So the 2 top teams will head across to Danville Park in Mississauga tomorrow for the grand finale. Money continues in over number 16. He's coming down the track. Nicely played out toward long off. Tony Borbeck. Nice flow of the bat. Picking up another single. 10 runs from 29.3 overs. Al Hussein comes back into strike. He's got 3 from 6. Tony Borbeck, 12 from 28. Yeah. Nicely nudge off the front foot towards backward of point. That third man region between there. Another single. So they into the single figure now. England. Still, we'll have to wait on the outcome between Australia and Canada, because if Canada win there, they will have to win by a big margin though against Australia. Then 3 teams will end up with 2 wins from 3 matches. USA will be out of the equation. Nicely driven there by Barbeck. Nice presentation of the bat. And plenty of elegance. Picking up 7 from 29.1 overs. Australia win, England win. Well, they too will be competing in the final tomorrow. And again, Barbeck is showing inclination to go down the track. Coming down, Manny saw him very early. Just pull it down. And a good end to that over. 16 gone, 64 for 2. And they've got 7 runs required now from 29 overs. That's the situation here at King City, northbound Toronto. Still no sunshine, still overcast, still some rainy clouds, but no major threat of rain. And we are coming to the conclusion of this fixture. And also here at King City, Australia up against Canada. Australia batting first and reach a solid 232 for 6 of their 45 overs. Peter O'Reilly, well, he having a terrific time in Canada. 3 consecutive half centuries. 78 today. Peter Jensen supported nicely as well with 77. Bart Patel continues here for USA. And the Englishman having a splendid time as well. Good test and delivery there from Patel. Maybe some bat onto it. Loud appeal from the wicketkeeper. It's going right across. Struck on the pad again. And not out says umpire Victor Sebastian. Score is kept on 65 for 2. So a 6 can seal a deal here for England. Don't think these 2 batsmen will go about that. Just comfortable with a single. Another one there to Hussein. Another one to England. Tally, well, 66 for 2 in 29th over. Progressing really well here. Beautiful batting, beautiful bowling first. And big thanks to Phil Dinkin, 6 for 7. Short ball from Bharat Patel. Nicely played on toward deep mid wicket. Protection in that area. So we get an easy single. Hussein comes back into strike. A boundary will do it for England. "17 gone, 6 or 7 for 2, England. And they're targeting 71. 4 runs required from 28 overs here at the King City facility in Ontario, Canada. USA all out for 70 in 29.4 overs. Shahid Mahmood with 19, but the innings was tormented by left-arm orthodox spinner Phil Dickin, 6 or 7 from 8.4, well, unforgettable overs. Second 5-wicket haul in the tournament, having an outstanding time in North America. Jamakirama, Mani to continue. Well, they're dealing with single Tony Barbek and Mel Hussein. 3 runs to go. This is a bit shorter ball there for Mani. Outside the line of the off stump. Pick up another single. 2 to go, 69 for 2, England. They're responding to USA meager 70. All out in 29.4 overs. And that's maybe outside the line of the off stump. Thought at the wide at the moment. He was flashing there. Barbek, he was stretching out. Coming down the track, nicely driven out toward extra cover. Probably looking to complete it, yes. Victory there for England. And it's all over here. Very early day at the office. Congratulations to England, winning by 8 wickets against USA in the third and final preliminary round match of this 4-nation over 60 45 overs tournament under the auspices of Cricket Canada Master Council. And a massive victory here for England. And they are likely through to the final tomorrow. They have done the trick in the 15th over, and Hussein and Barbek ensuring there was no further fuss in innings, having lost 2 wickets. So England winning by 8 wickets. In summary, USA took first strike at the invitation of England, 70 all out in 29.4 overs. Shahid Mahmood with 19, Chandrakant Barclay with 10, but the man causing destruction. Phil Deakin 6 for 8 from 8.4 overs. And England in reply, achieving victory in the 18th over, reaching 71 for 2 here at the King City venue. So that's it. That's all we have for you. Holiday here at the King City facility, northbound Toronto in Ontario, Canada. And USA bowing out without a victory. They will play the third place match. We're still waiting on the outcome between Australia and Canada. Australia 232 for 6, a win for them will play England in the final. A win for Canada, but they will have to come up with a win by a big margin if they're going to go through, because they will have 2 wins, Australia 2 wins, and England 2 wins as well. We'll have to wait on that. That game is in progress. But here, England, shake-ons continue. And here's where we have to say goodbye. England winning by 8 wickets in the 18th over after bowling out USA for a paltry 70 in the 29th over. So that's it here from King City. Hope you would have enjoyed the broadcast. Thanks to Creations. It's been a wonderful bowling display. Until then, my name is Ravindra Mandalal, saying goodbye from King City, and hope to catch you at Denville Park tomorrow.